everyone. Thank you so much for joining me for today's practice. My name is Colleen. I am with Shine On Yoga, and today I have a practice that is going to focus on grounding back into our bodies. Sometimes we get too in our heads and we get really anxious and there's just a lot of fear and anxiety. This is going to help us come back into our bodies. We are also going to work on stretching our shoulders and our hips. So when we're really stressed out, we can really start to pull the shoulders up towards our ears. We're going to work today to bring those shoulders blades down. And then we also store a lot of stress and anger in our hips. So we're going to work to loosen all of that up, reground into our bodies, so that way we're just feeling better, hopefully. So you don't need any props, just a mat. If you'd like to use props, I recommend blocks, bolsters, and blankets, but if you don't have any of those things, don't worry. You don't necessarily need them. We are going to start out today in a nice, comfortable seat. So that can be a seat of your choice, whatever works for you. We're going to start off just taking some nice, big, deep breaths. If you like to set intentions, you can set an intention here for your practice. So just take a moment to focus on your inhales and exhales. Let those shoulders start to grow heavy. Sit up nice and straight and tall. Keep breathing. Loosen through the jaw, relax the forehead. If it feels safe in the body, maybe close down the eyes. Just relax into your body and into the breath. Let's take 3 more breaths. So nice, full, extended inhales. Long, extended exhales, making sure to breathe out all of that old stagnant air. And here we have the dogs. All right, once all of that, after your 3rd breath, after you exhale all of that old stagnant energy, if your eyes are not already open, you can blink them open. We are going to go ahead and just start off warming our bodies. So I'm going to take my left hand and just place it on my right knee. Right fingertips are going to spin around behind me. On an inhale, we'll sit up nice and straight and tall. And on an exhale, we're going to journey into the twist, looking over towards the right. Inhale, maybe you sit up a little taller. Exhale, maybe you journey a little further into the twist. Take another inhale and exhale. And when you're ready, return to center. Take a breath here. See how you feel. Compare both sides. When you're ready, we're going to move to the other side. So right hand comes to the left knee. Left fingertips are going to come around behind us. Inhale, we'll sit up nice and straight and tall. And on the exhale, we're going to twist to look over towards the left. Inhale again, maybe you sit up a little taller. And then as you exhale, maybe you journey a little further. Take another inhale and exhale here, just one more round. And then when you're ready, we'll release and come back to center. From here, we're gonna move to a nice tabletop position, or all fours. So knees underneath hip points, hands underneath your shoulders. Spread those fingers nice and wide. Press the top of your feet into the mat. On an inhale, we're going to drop those lower ribs, lift our head, lift our tail, look forward, coming into a cow pose. On our exhale, we're going to reverse that action, tucking our tail, tucking our head, really rounding through the spine, pressing away from the mat as we come into a cat pose. Inhale, dropping it down into cow, and then exhaling, rounding it up into cat. Go ahead and do 3 more rounds just on your own inhales and exhales. Going at your own pace, really feeling through your spine and your back. If one posture feels really good in your body, maybe stay in that for a couple breaths. After your final round, go ahead and bring it back to a neutral position in your spine. And from here, we're going to walk the left hand just in towards your midline a little bit. From here, we're going to take our right hand, and on our inhale, go ahead and lift that right hand up towards the sky or the ceiling or however you're practicing. On your exhale, we're going to take that right hand and thread it through and come on to our right ear. Your left hand can stay on the mat with the elbow bent. Maybe you want to walk those fingertips forward. We're just getting a nice stretch in our upper back. Take some nice big inhales and exhales here. After your next exhale, go ahead and return back to your tabletop position. We're going to move to the other side. So right hand is going to come in towards the midline. On our next inhale, we're going to reach our left hand up to the sky, feeling a nice big stretch through our chest. Exhale, we're going to thread the needle. Bring that left hand underneath the right hand, coming onto our left ear. You can keep that right arm bent. Maybe you want to spider fingers your hand forward. Feel that nice stretch in your upper back. Keep breathing here. After your next exhale, we'll return back to our tabletop position. From here, look down at your hands, and we're gonna go into a nice big chest opener here, opening up through our shoulders, through our armpits, through our chest. So take this at your own pace. We're gonna go slow into this puppy posture. So we're gonna look down at our hands. We're gonna replace our hands with our elbows. Hands are going to come out in front of us into like a number 11 shape. Keep your hips up high, and from here, we will just walk our knees back. Go ahead and drop your forehead and chest to the mat. It's okay if they don't touch. And we're coming into a little puppy posture. So nice big chest opener. Now remember, you don't have to go as far down as I am. Only go to what feels good to you today. Nice big inhales and exhales here. One more big inhale. On your exhale, look forward, walk those knees back up. Go ahead and come back up to your hands. From here, we're going to bring the knees as wide as the mat, big toes to touch. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, sink those hips back towards the heels. Walk your fingertips forward, melt your head to the mat. Take some nice big inhales and exhales in our first child's pose of practice today. After your next exhale, look forward. We're gonna make our way back up into our tabletop position. If your hands are still directly underneath your shoulders, we're gonna walk them just one handprint in front of where they were. Or tuck our toes under, take a nice big inhale here. And then exhale, we're gonna lift our knees up off the mat, straight through the legs, press back through the hands, let those heels grow heavy as we come into our first downward facing dog. If you'd like to walk your dog, you can, just bending one knee and then the other. Keep breathing though, through this posture. After a few breaths, we'll go ahead and look forward at our hands. We're going to make our way up to the top of the mat. You can take baby steps, you can take big steps, whatever feels good in your body today. Slight bend in the knees. Go ahead and let your head hang heavy. On your next inhale, we're going to come up halfway. Keep a nice flat back here. And then exhale, let it go. Coming into a nice forward fold. Your knees can be as bent as generously as you'd like. Just make sure you're not locking out through those knees, trying to get them too straight. One more big inhale here. Exhale, we'll slowly roll it all the way up as we come into a mountain pose. Now in our mountain pose, we're gonna stand up nice and straight and tall. Roll those shoulder blades back and down. Stand up straight. Your shoulders should be in line with your hips, which should be in line with your heels. If you'd like to pick up your feet a few times and then place your foot on the mat so you can really feel your foot ground into the earth, that is great. And once you do that a few times, you can bring it into stillness, and we'll take a few breaths, palms facing forward. And we're going to take this opportunity to really ground in through the feet. Start to sink your hips back, bend through your knees, and pretend you're going to come back to sit in a chair. So we're going to really put the weight in our heels. We'll sink back, sink back, sink back. Your hands can be forward at your heart. You can be reaching them forward as we come into this chair pose. Sink deep. Keep that tailbone long. Make sure you're not lifting it up, so nice long tailbone, so that way you are supporting your core. Breathe here, sink back into those heels. You can lift up the toes to play with it. One more big inhale here. And then exhale, we're going to release, coming back into your forward fold, straight through the legs, head goes down. Inhale, we'll rise up halfway, flat back. Exhale, let it go again. Take some nice deep breaths here. When you feel ready, bend your knees as generously as you need to bring your hands to the mat. And from here, we'll step one foot back and then the other, coming into our first plank pose. Now you can lower onto your knees if you'd like, coming into a half plank, or you can leave your knees extended. Try and keep one straight line from your head to your tail. Really press back through the feet. Breathe. This is our only plank pose today. One more big inhale here. And then exhale, we'll lower all the way down to the belly. Release the feet, come to the tops of the feet. On your next inhale, rise up, come into a little baby cobra. Feeling a nice stretch through the front of the body, through the shoulders. Tuck those elbows in towards your side. And then exhale, we'll let it go. From here, we'll come up to all fours once again. And then when you're ready, we'll rise up into our downward facing dog. Again, you can walk your dog, or you can just be in stillness. Take some nice big inhales and exhales here. When you're ready, we'll plant that left foot into the mat on an inhale. Reach the right foot up, keep the toes dialed down. Exhale, we'll bring the knee in towards our chest, shift forward, look forward, and then we'll step our right foot in between our palms, lower onto the left knee. Toes can be tucked or untucked, coming into a nice low lunge here. Make sure you have a nice 90-degree angle with your front leg. And when you look down, you should be able to see your big toe. Nice lift in the chest, look forward, breathe. If you'd like, you can also come up a little bit higher, yogi's choice. One more big inhale here. And then exhale, we're gonna shift our hips back, walk our hands back, and we'll peel our toes up off the mat as we feel a nice hamstring stretch. Breathe here. From here, we'll walk it back forward, bend through that knee. We're gonna tuck our left toes under, lift our left knee up off the mat, and then we'll step our right foot back to meet our left, coming back into a downward facing dog. Take a moment here to breathe it out. You can shake out your head. From here, plant your right foot into the mat. On an inhale, we'll lift that left foot up, toes dialed down. Exhale, bend through the knee, shift forward, look forward. We'll step our left foot in between our hands, lower onto that right knee. Toes can be tucked or untucked. Make sure you're set up in your nice 90-degree angle. Keep your chest lifted. Pull that left hip crease back, right hip crease forward. And we'll breathe here, feeling a nice big stretch in the front of our right quad this time. After your next exhale, we're going to shift our hips back, walk our fingertips back, peel that left foot up off the mat, feeling a nice big hamstring stretch. Still keep your chest lifted, back nice and straight. And we're going to breathe here. When you're ready, we'll walk it back forward. Tuck those right toes under, lift that right knee up off the mat. We'll step our left foot back to meet our right, coming back into our downward facing dog. Take a few breaths here. After your next exhale, look forward at your hands. We're going to make our way up to the top of the mat. You can step, hop, float, jump, whatever floats your boat today. On your next inhale, we'll come up halfway, nice flat back. Exhale, let it go. Forward fold. Let it all go. And one more big inhale here. And exhale, we'll roll it all the way up, coming back into our mountain pose. Taking a moment to shake it all out. Make any adjustments to your clothing. Shake out the legs, shake out the hands. And then we'll bring it into stillness for just a moment. Breathing. Now we are going to go into some balance work, but don't worry if you fall out of it or you feel like you can't do it. Just keep trying and practicing. If you need to get a little water break, have a little water break. It's warm here, so we want to make sure to stay hydrated. If it's warm where you're at, make sure you are too. All right, when you're ready, standing at the top of our mat, we're going to step our right foot back. And it's going to be kind of at a 45-degree angle. We're coming into a warrior two. So our hips are going to face our mat long ways. So make any adjustments you need to with your feet. Left foot is going to point forward at the top of your mat. You'll bend through that left leg. You want the knee at 90-degree angles. It's okay if this right thigh is not parallel to the mat. Your back foot is going to be more angled at a 45 degrees. And you don't want your feet on a tightrope. They're going to be on a parallel train track. It's going to help with some balance. You're going to push into the knife edge of that left foot. From here, you're going to stand up nice and straight and tall. Make sure you're balanced over your hips. You're not leaning forward or leaning backwards. And then from here, your hands can be on your hips. They can be at heart center, or you can imagine that you're pinching a pencil in between your shoulder blades. Keep those shoulders down. So we're going to keep our shoulder blades down, chest lifted. Pinch that pencil in between your shoulder blades. Arms go out to either side, and then you can look out past your front arm. And from here, we'll breathe. Try and stay centered. Really ground into your feet here. Keep those shoulders down. Legs engaged. From here, lower that right arm down, spin it towards the front, pivot on that right foot so that way you're just on your toes. And from here, you might have to take a few hops. That's okay. But once you get up towards the top of your mat, stand up straight through that left foot. Lift your arms, lift your leg, and you're in a one-legged Tadasana, so a one-legged mountain pose. Breathe. Engage that core. And if you fall out of it, it's okay. Just come back into it. Let's take one more big inhale here. And then exhale, we'll let it go. Shake it off. We have another side to do. So we're gonna do the same little ditty. We'll go a little faster though, since now you know where we're going. I am gonna be facing the other way, but I'll still talk you through it. And don't worry if you mess up or fall out. Just get back into it. It is a practice, so we're gonna keep practicing. All right, from mountain pose, we're gonna step our left foot back, right foot forward, come in to your position for warrior two with your legs. Make sure you have a nice 90-degree angle. Press into that knife edge of your left foot. Make sure your hips are square towards that long edge of your mat. And then hands can be at hips, heart center, or you can reach your arms out to either side. Once you find your warrior two, take a moment here just to breathe in it. One more big inhale here. Exhale, we'll lower that left arm down, reach forward, pivot on that left foot. Again, you might have to take a few steps to come up to your one-legged mountain pose, one-legged Tadasana. I'm gonna step back a little bit. I'm in the plant. Breathe here. Let those shoulder blades come down, away from the ears. Breathe. Engage that core. And when you're ready, we'll lower the foot to the mat. Give it all a shake. Come back to your mountain pose. And we're gonna start to make our way down towards our mat. We're not done yet though. All right. Actually, yeah, let's do another forward fold here. So on an inhale, let's reach our arms up to the sky. Exhale, slight bend in the hips, or slight bend in the knees. We're gonna shift our hips back as we float our weight back down to the mat. On an inhale, we'll come up halfway, flat back. Exhale, let it go. Take a moment here to breathe again. Now from here, bend your knees as generously as you need to get your hands to the mat. And then we're gonna heel toe our feet as wide as the mat. From here, let your toes spill off the side of the mat, heels in, toes out. And then we're gonna start to drop our center. So lower your body into space. We're gonna start to lift our head. We're gonna come into a nice yogic squat. So we're just going to, I like to rock back and forth as I come into this. I'm gonna come around to the side so you can see what I'm doing here. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna come to sit. Now it's okay if you're kind of in this froggy posture like I am right now. I'm just rocking back and forth to ease into it and bringing my feet down to the mat. From here, if you're able to do this, you can bring your arms in between your knees here and kind of press away and have some resistance as you lift your chest up, coming into this yogic squat. This is a nice big hip opener. It's a super big hip opener. So if this does not feel good to you, that is okay. Come up a little bit higher and we're just going to take a few moments here to breathe. So find your yogic squat position, whatever that looks like for you today. Breathe into it. And then when you're ready, we're gonna make our way down to the mat. So what I like to do is just to bring one hand behind and then the other, and then come to find a seat. All right, we're gonna roll down onto our backs. Go ahead and keep your feet bent. Feet flat on the mat, knees bent, I should say. Feels good to lay down. All right, from here, bring your right knee towards your chest, and then we'll just lift our right leg up towards the sky. Toes can be flexed or pointed, it doesn't really matter. Yogi's choice. Take a few breaths here. If this feels good to you here, you might want to move your arm up a little bit further to your calf. If you want to move up further to your ankle, and that's in your practice, you can. You can also do peace fingers around the toes, if that's in your practice. Again, only don't push yourself, only go as far as it feels good to you today. I'm going to stick around the calf for myself today. One more level that you can do is you can extend that left leg out long and away. So again, yogi's choice. Take a moment here to breathe. Slowing everything down. When you're ready, we're going to lower that right leg down, bring that foot to the mat. Take a breath, reground. And then we're gonna go to the opposite side. So left knee in towards your chest, take a squeeze here. And then as you exhale, you can lift that left leg up towards the sky. Toes can be pointed or flexed, or you can do both, maybe some ankle circles. If you'd like a little more, maybe you come up to the calf. Maybe you go to the ankle, maybe you do peace fingers. You can always extend that right leg out for a little extra. Breathe here. And each side can be different, so if it is different, don't try and force it, don't cause an injury. Right after your next exhale, both feet come back to the mat, knees bent. Walk those feet up towards those glutes. Lower your back, make sure your lower back is pressed to the mat. We're gonna snuggle those shoulder blades underneath our heart center, hands pressed into the mat. When you're ready, take a nice inhale here. Exhale, start to peel those hips up off the mat, lifting into a bridge pose. Now once your hips are lifted, bring your chest to your chin, chin to the sky, making sure our neck is nice and elongated. Breathe here. On your next exhale, go ahead and roll back down through the spine. If there's any additional postures you'd like to take, feel free to. Otherwise, we're going to move into our Shavasana. So stretch one leg out long and away. Stretch your other leg out long and away. Let your arms take up space beside you. And we'll take a moment here just to breathe. If it feels safe to close down the eyes, you can. Otherwise, just soften your gaze. We're moving into our final posture for our practice, Shavasana, also called the corpse pose. I am going to go quiet for a moment, but know that I am still here and I'm holding space for you. And once we are ready, I will come and get you to finish out our practice. If you would like to stay in Shavasana, then stay as long as time allows. But if you need to continue on with your day, then slowly start to deepen your inhales and exhales. When you feel ready, begin to wiggle your fingers and toes, just bringing some life back into them. From there, I invite you to roll to your favorite side and come into a little fetal position. We're going to take a few breaths there. And then as soon as you feel ready, we'll return to a nice comfortable seat, bringing the head and neck up last. If your eyes are still closed, you can blink them open and take in the world around you. So I hope after that practice you feel more grounded, you feel a little less stressed out, you feel looser throughout your body, you have a little bit more calm and hopefully clarity. If you enjoyed this practice, please make sure to like it. You can also subscribe to my channel. That way you're notified when any new practices come out. I got out of the habit of making these weekly. I had some things going on, but I am hoping to get back into that habit. So hopefully there are free weekly yoga videos. Sorry, I'm a little zenned out now. So I hope to see you again. So we'll bring our hands to our chest in prayer, bowing, namaste.